morning, everyone. I was inspired to start recording videos again because I really like to talk and I like to share insights that I get. I have a meditation ritual every morning, and that's partly what inspired my blog and my meditation today. So today I woke up feeling not very good about myself. In part, that was because I had set myself a plan for the 9 days for Navratri, and I had promised myself that I would walk 2.5 miles, and I would I have a 7-minute fitness routine. I would do that, do the walk, not eat any non-vegetarian food, and I would abstain from alcohol for the 9 days. I did most of that. The walking I was not able to do 2.5 miles every day, partly because I started waking up later than I should, partly because there was some grandbabysitting things that came in which made it difficult. But I did manage to do at least a mile a day, and my fitness routine, and I recorded the videos. That was the other promise I had made to myself and to the goddess within me. I did, though, break my alcohol pledge. So I did abstain from alcohol for the 6 days. On the 7th day, my excuse is that I had a stressful day at work, and so I prayed. I finished all my worship things, and I had a drink. And then I did the next 2 days because I had anyway broken the promise. So, but it was a very conscious effort. I used things like my pendulum to figure out whether I shouldn't. So it was not an unconscious thing that I did. I went into this deciding to drink alcohol during the 9 days very deliberately as I had decided not to. And then, of course, I've been using that to beat myself up, right? So, so when I was sitting in meditation today, one of the techniques that I like to use is to see my future self and talk to her. And the message, what I finally realized today is that this beating myself up that we do a lot, and we do it to keep ourselves small, is another way for me to expect perfection from me. Would it have been good for me to have not broken my promise to myself? Yes, but is it the end of the world that I didn't? No, it isn't. Does it negate everything else good that about me? No, it doesn't. So the thing is that when our inner critic speaks up, it speaks up as if this thing that we have done is the worst thing, that there is no redemption, that we are so terrible, that we are, irredeemable. It's none of that. It's that I made a promise to myself. I kept a lot of them. I didn't keep some of it. And it is worth examining why I didn't and what the consequences of that are. But it's not worth making me feel so bad that that sense of not being deserving and not being good enough leaks into everything else that I'm doing. I am a regular, ordinary human being trying to live a regular, maybe a little bit extraordinary life, because I do feel like I'm guided to give these messages. But there is no point at which I need to be perfect. What happened and the way the Navratri worship that I performed this year was exactly as it should be. I will and there is no need to hold a whip over my head for eternity for that. So that's the message really today, that are you doing things like this? The other thing also to look at is we make promises that we know we will not keep, and then we use that broken promise to beat ourselves up. So is that something that you are familiar with? Is that something that rings a bell for you? If it is, just notice the level of critique versus what happened, right? Is it typically our inner critic judges us very, very harshly. And that is one of the things that I do in my meditations, both for myself and for my clients, to sort of rein that inner critic in, and to move her more towards a sense of acceptance. So I hope this strikes you somewhere, and that it helps you. I will be writing a blog post about this as well, and I will send both of these out together, hopefully later on today. Have a wonderful Sunday. God bless.